Ladies and gentlemen, it is a fact that technology has, let's say, rushed in so rapidly into all areas, especially in the world of culture, both in protecting and preserving our traditional legacy from antiquities. Just a few minutes ago, we watched a beautiful video on the international project for the digital restoration of ancient Olympia, supported by Microsoft. So, in order to discuss what technology may offer to culture, amongst other things, we have Mrs. Papanikolaou with us, Head of Legal Affairs for Greece and Malta. Congratulations for this amazing project. We have some questions for you and would like to engage in dialogue with you about that. I'm really glad to do that. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm so happy to be there with you, Mr. Spirtounias, and once again, congratulations for your amazingly successful conference. Thank you. So, firstly, what's this Ancient Olympia project about? Ancient Olympia, Common Ground. Why did you pick Ancient Olympia in the first place? Let me start with the second leg of your question and then to the first one, because as mentioned in the video you just watched, ancient monuments of global legacy are threatened because of weather conditions, warfare, climatic conditions, physical phenomena, etc. That's why UNESCO itself have invoked this danger, and Microsoft in summertime 2019 announced a program called AI for cultural legacy, for cultural heritage. Apologies. And we decided to include Ancient Olympia in the context of this project because Ancient Olympia is a worldwide monument of cultural heritage, and it goes through the same dangers and risks. That's why we believe that perhaps future generations won't be able to experience this monument as it stands today. And this necessity led to an opportunity. In collaboration with the Ministry of Culture, we decided to work on the project of digitally restoring ancient Olympia so that this monument is accessible to the entire world, and as a result highlight the values, the ancient values as used to be reflected and currently being reflected by this monument: democracy, the Olympic spirit, ideals, etc. So what's this project about? As I told you, this project on Ancient Olympic is the outcome of our close collaboration with the ministry. We're talking about the digital preservation of the ancient site of Olympia, which includes a number of monuments. Wherever you are around the world, you may have access to Ancient Olympia in three ways. A, by means of our interactive online platform. It's a digital website, Olympia-Common-Grounds.gr. So the visitor may navigate through the digitally preserved ancient sites and have a tour. They might enter the monuments if you like. They may get information about its monument and also get information about the Olympic Games that were carried out back then. Does this include all sites? Yes. Yes, all ancient sites and ancient monuments either site. The ones for which we had enough sources in order to digitally preserve. The second way, we have a mobile application available. Everyone may download this application from the well-known stores. You just have to type Ancient Olympia Common Grounds. This application is unique because it includes enhanced reality features, and we can do that. We can be there without moving from our sofa. You can stay in your living room and at the same time make a tour inside the monument. It's an amazing experience, but the most important thing is that it's even better when you can do that also in the natural environment of Ancient Olympia. The third way is the mixed reality experience we offer. This is now hosted at the Olympic Museum of Athens in Golden Hall complex. So the visitor, when entering the premises, is to see a big table on which there is a model of ancient Olympia site as it used to be 2,000 years ago. Using the mixed reality device, the HoloLens, they will be able to see the monuments getting erected before him. And given we're about to enter the Christmas period and we have some spare time, so the visitor may also see the huge statue of Zeus in its natural size. So that's the entire project on Ancient Olympic. It's very important to use technology in order to preserve ancient heritage, especially in our country with such a wealth of ancient heritage. What are the technological means used for this project? In collaboration with technology companies specialized in digitalization of 3D digitalization of ancient monuments, Microsoft used AI in order for photos to be processed, photos taken from the physical environment. We're talking about some hundreds of thousands of photos. And following that, the pictures were transformed into the original digital files for every monument. We did that in collaboration with the people of the Ministry of Culture because there had to be some kind of dialogue so that the models correspond to the best possible way, to the physical size and to the detail of ancient monuments. Early 2020, we did a photometric depiction, which is another way, a digital mapping of the entire site. And then, using all the material, the sources we had, I'm talking about the historical sources available, found by the team of archaeologists from the ministry, we used technological means in order to have the final digital representation of models and then integrate them in the platform, both for the mobile application and for the web portal, the website. We used enhanced reality technologies for them, and of course we also used mixed reality technologies for the museum, in the case of the museum. So all the technology used was AI enabled. You remind me of the old days because I've been into 3D in the past. Generally speaking, when trying to digitally preserve and restore ancient monuments, there used to be some conflicts or disputes with archaeologists because at the beginning, in those early days, technology was not owned by them. So there were some disputes about whether it's genuine, the kind of information proposed by digital preservation. I'm pretty sure you had a great collaboration with the Central Archaeological Council of the ministry itself. Yes, of course, if it wasn't for the contribution, most valuable contribution, I think the most critical parameter was the culture's involvement. The project itself included many challenges, one of which was the one you just mentioned. To digitally restore a monument, you have to do it in the terms of dictated by the natural environment, and always showing full respect to historical accuracy. So the whole endeavor was laborious. The team of archaeologists that worked with the Microsoft crew was very close in order to ensure that the restoration would be as close to reality as possible. Of course, there are some challenges involved, as mentioned before, but the important thing was that it's not about one monument. Ancient Olympia includes a complex of 27 individual monuments that have been built in different historical periods. So if it wasn't for the collaboration, the smooth collaboration between both teams, it wouldn't have been able to have this project completed. From your standpoint, what does this project mean for our country? How does it contribute to building a better country image and In what respect, to what areas or industries may such a production contribute? How do you see it? Mr. Spirtounias, let me share with you one of our experiences. This project firstly traveled around the world. The ancient Olympics Common Grounds entered the houses of many colleagues of ours and friends of ours, and it has also made it to Times Square. It also made it to Times Square, and this is quite promising because it's one way to reintroduce our ancient heritage to the world using current and future means. It was a really bright example of how two different technological disciplines may come together, archaeologists and technology engineers on the other hand, and how technology may come to the service of ancient heritage in a way that it enables communication with our children. It's really interesting to see how this project will be used in the future, as you said, the use, of this technology in combination with culture or civilization. Maybe it's a brand new way for bringing our children, who are quite more familiar with technology, closer to their history, to their heritage. So there is this component of interactivity. Last but not least, when talking about civilization and culture, this is another way to attract visitors, tourists who want to come to our country. We help them recall certain old and past principles. Greece is making it into the map of new technologies for highlighting and promoting ancient heritage, and to a certain extent, we are trailblazers. Talking about augmented reality, you mentioned Golden Hall and the system you have put in place. I don't know if it's on the table. Do you have something like that at the ancient Olympia site? So may the visitor go to ancient Olympia, put on their goggles or this device, this headset, and watch the site as it used to be some thousands of years ago? Is it in your schedule? You can use the enhanced reality feature. It's included in the mobile app. So the visitor there can truly see exactly what you just described. They can bring, for instance, the Temple of Zeus before his eyes on top of the ruins. That's something that there's no second thing. Okay, mixed reality is something different. One of the main preconditions to use mixed reality is the lighting. But now, the experience given to the visitor of ancient Olympia by means of enhanced reality capabilities, thanks to the enhanced reality capabilities, is amazing, is unique. Those of us who have visited ancient Olympia before that, watching the ruins, etc., we were trying to envision it. Okay, we were trying to dream or to bring to our eyes this huge temple and the statue of Zeus. Now, thanks to technology and thanks to collaboration between archaeologists, historians, and technology engineers, we can now see the temple rising before our eyes. The whole process was so beautiful. It was a marriage of two different worlds, which in the past were not that compatible between them. And of course, the facilitator was technology and AI. One question. This project is quite unique because of its cultural aspect. Is it the first one ever to have been performed by Microsoft on cultural heritage? Was it Greece and ancient Olympic picked as the first project? Will you have more? Do you have more in the pipeline? Is it does it open the gates for Microsoft to for some kind of or some spillover effect? The program of Microsoft on cultural heritage is exactly this one. We will use AI and other technologies to support organizations and individuals working to preserve ancient heritage. Ancient Olympia has been part of that of this program. Microsoft already, however, had already started other projects. For instance, the Mont Saint-Michel in France. We're talking about the digital restoration of a medieval castle. Microsoft has also supported the revival of semi-extinct languages like the Maori language. It's a program underpinning the preservation of history, be it language, monuments, or other assets of global heritage as a whole. So once again, let me tell you congratulations for this impressive, fantastic project of yours. I think it contributes greatly. If one comes to think that this is available via a handheld device, the mobile device, because it's a way to convey these principles and the spirituality of the ancient times. Let us hope that these projects will be deployed more so that Greece may travel around the world via a simple mobile device. I'm pretty sure you feel really proud of the project, right? Having been a contributor to this project, I feel proud for two reasons. One, of course, because I'm Greek, and Greece was now because Greece now traveled around the world thanks to that project, and because of the fact that I had to work with such amazing people, the crew, the people from the Ministry of Culture. Our people, the archaeologists, the Microsoft crew, and so many people give us amazing feedback because they told us when the project was launched, they spent the entire weekend with their kids in the living room in order to navigate through ancient Olympia online. That's why they were, and because of that, they were driven, they were encouraged to visit ancient Olympia the coming year in order to have a proper visit in it. Thank you very much for this amazing discussion. Please keep up the good work, as we say. And I thank you. Godspeed. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless.